What's up, guys? We're playing some rapid chess on chess.com, and this is going to be a special stream because I'm going to be playing two openings only for every single game in the stream. One for white, one for black. These are the two openings that I teach in my Breaking 1500 course. Speaking of which, it's on sale this week only. We usually do the sale probably 2 times a year. So if you've been waiting and you want to get in, now would be a good time. But I teach two openings, the Stonewall defense for white and the Owens defense for black. So I'm going to show you what those two openings are quickly, and then we're going to just play them. Now, I will say the course is Breaking 1500, so it's for beginner and intermediate players lower than 1500. So these openings are not really designed for the 2400 level. That being said, we're going to see how they hold up tonight. Okay, so it should be some interesting games. So first of all, the opening for white is called the Stonewall. We're going to put our pawn on d4. We're going to put a pawn on e3. Yes, we do block this bishop temporarily in the Stonewall. We're going to put our bishop here. We're going to get this type of pawn formation, and then we develop our knight. Usually we castle kingside. The knight can come to support. And a lot of times we try to attack on the king side, okay? It's a very solid opening. You'll notice the pawn structure is extremely solid. It's hard for black to really break it down. That's the opening for white that I'll be playing today. And let me go ahead and flip. And for black, we're going to be playing the Owens defense, which is b6 and e6, and then we fee and kettle the bishop over here. And then usually we try to strike at the center with d5. Sometimes you can just attack with your pieces with like knight f6 and bishop b4, although I don't think we're going to see a lot of that at the higher level, but maybe. All right, so those are the two openings. Pretty straightforward. I talk more about them in the course, but having said that, let's just go ahead and jump into some games. All right, guys, so here we go. Alexandra, Connor, hey, good to see you guys. All right, here we go. 10-minute game. We are 2401. Let's see if we can stay above 2400. And here we go. All right. All right, so we're playing a 2199 who plays e4. So you could start the Owens really either way. I'm going to start with e6 to make them think that I'm probably playing a French defense, but I'm going to go ahead and switch it up, and here we go into the Owens. All right. They're going to go with the 3 pawns, which we are going to have to be careful here. Because if they push d5, it's a little bit annoying. So I think I'll still go bishop to b7, and I'm guessing, okay, they didn't do it yet. So generally speaking, when the knight comes to c3, we're going to pin it with our bishop to increase the pressure on these light squares, okay? And we are okay a lot of times giving up this bishop, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And once we trade the bishop for the knight, you'll notice we're getting rid of a piece that controls dark squares, and we're getting rid of the knight that controls the light squares, and so we get a lot of pressure on these squares. So I think we're going to go knight f6 here. Let's think about this. If they push on me, some tricky things might be happening here, but we can also think about knight e4. Yeah, so let's go ahead and play knight f6. Yeah, let's do it. So we actually are threatening to take this pawn now. Okay, and so white defense. So they have 2 defenders, we have 2 attackers, and I'm thinking about playing d5 just to strike and open up the center. You can also play more passive with d6, but I think generally speaking, it's better to play d5, be a little bit more aggressive. I want to be a little careful that I don't lose my bishop somehow to a fork. Of course, I have knight c6, which would block and defend, so we're probably okay. But maybe I just want to trade so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, let's go ahead and just take. I think we just go ahead and trade right now. And they do capture back, and we get the doubled pawns. We might be able to attack that in the future. We'll have to keep an eye out for ideas like this to pressure this pawn. So yeah, let's see. d5, or maybe I want to castle first. The issue with castling, I think, is that e5 now all of a sudden unleashes a battery on this pawn, which I don't think we want to allow, which is why I think we're going to play d5 here. And yeah, I think this is what we have to do. So which course? So yeah, there's a link in the description. If you click it, it'll take you to the course page, and you can read about it, get all the information. Let's take back. So we do have to let them undouble their pawns, but I think we needed to just get the space. Okay, so this is an idea that you always want to keep in the back of your mind. When you play the Owens defense, jumping your knight into e4 is something that you want to think about. Now, we're not losing a pawn this way. If they play f3, I think we can go queen h4 check, although there's this interesting idea. g3 takes queen f2, and I wonder if I'm in trouble. That's the only thing. So here, f3, check g3, takes... Of course, they can't take me because they're rook, but they could play queen f2, which is a very sneaky move. The idea is I can't take it anymore because I lose my queen. And if I try to save my queen, then I just lose my knight. Yeah, I don't actually know if I can get away with it. I would love to play this move. But if I can't spawn that way to f3, that would mean I would have to play knight g5, which I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. Although f3 is still a weakening move, so okay, maybe it's still worth it. Let's do it. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. I think we're going to have to retreat, though, after f3, unfortunately. The tactics just don't work in our favor. Queen f2 is a very sneaky move. Wow, they didn't see it, so they're trying to stop me with h4, which is... I'm not sure what to think about that move. It might be an okay move, but it's also, if they do play f3, now we have the g3 square, and I don't really know what's going on. h4, huh? Yeah, so I want a castle, but then I'm concerned with the h7 pawn. Maybe we just develop the knight to d7. Seems like an okay plan. c5 maybe is a bit too risky, although maybe c5 makes sense. I'd like my rook to be able to come over first, though. Okay, I gotta make a decision here. So yeah. There's f6 too, though. Just trying to open up things on the f file. That's not a bad plan either, is it? I'm not sure what to say about this move, guys. c5. Actually, I don't mind c5. Yeah, I'm just... So many options, and they all look like they could be not too bad. All right, let's just develop a piece. Generally speaking, if I don't know what to do, I like to just default to developing a piece. Usually it can't be too bad. So we'll bring out the knight. I'm not sure what's going on. Very weird position we have already. Okay. He's bringing the knight maybe to here, maybe to here. Yeah, maybe now we can play c5 because now we have the ability to bring the rook, which looks much more dangerous for white. So I think I do like c5. Any tactical reasons why I can't play it? This trade I think we're okay with. Yeah, let's go with c5. And I'm delaying castling for two reasons. There's a queen and a bishop lined up there, and there's a pawn and potentially a rook there. So, you know, you don't always want to castle into some kind of an attack if you don't have to, right? And there's no danger in the center right now. So I'm just waiting. I'm just being patient, and we'll see what white's going to do. I mean, they can't really castle either because they've played h4. So I don't know where their king is going. I guess it's just going to stay there. I mean, I don't think they're going to castle this way, especially not with c5. Bishop b5. Okay. So option number one, we bring another piece. Option two, we try to force the issue here because we like that trade. Now, I have to be careful, actually. Do you guys see what I have to be careful of related to this knight? If they play like f3... I actually wonder if they could have played f3 last move. My knight might be getting trapped. Which tells me I need to... Yeah, I think they could have played f3, actually. I need to go on the offensive here so that my knight doesn't get trapped. So I'm going to do it by trading and bringing my rook over. Yeah, f3, because now they have their knight covering. I can't go there anymore. I think I actually made a mistake and they missed it. I think f3 would have caused me to lose a piece. So queen d3. Okay. So I want a castle, but what happens on f3? How do we save the knight? How do we save the knight? Maybe we can't. Maybe we can't save the knight, so we could sacrifice it. I don't know if we get enough counterplay with something like knight c5, for example. Because let's see, their king's in the center, my king is castle. That actually doesn't look as bad as... Okay, okay, I'm thinking of something crazy. Yeah, should I do it? Let's give it a shot. The problem is my knight is trapped. I don't really see a way around that. So what I'm thinking is after they play f3, we sack the piece and we say, look, your king is not safe. Yeah, here we go. We're going to see it. Your king is not safe. So I'm going to attack it. My king is pretty safe now. And so how am I going to attack it? I think I'm going to go this way. I assume they're going to take me. And then we recapture. Yep. Okay, here we go. Now, is it enough for a piece? I don't know. Maybe not. But we're going to try to make this work. d4 can't quite do it. I think we start by chasing the bishop away. Okay, let's make the bishop go back. Uh-huh. Do we have... Takes. Rook e8. Let's see, d4. I'm looking for tactics. Doesn't look like it quite works. Rook e8 looks pretty good. They still can't really castle because of the pawn. Yeah, let's go rook e8. Hold on, there's bishop b2 though. That's not a bad move for them. Bishop b2. f6. Takes. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to play rook e8. I think bishop b2 though, and I don't know what I'm doing. Probably don't really have enough compensation for a piece sacrifice. But it illustrates one of the dangers of bringing your knight to e4. You do have to be careful it doesn't get trapped. Now, it's pretty rare, I would say, when it actually gets trapped like that. Like most of the time, you either can trade it for another piece or you have somewhere that you can move it to. So maybe this h4, wow. They just play that. They're just going to let me take this. Okay, that doesn't look very good for them. I mean, you do get away from this, but now I can maybe come in the H file. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Also, I have 2 pawns now for the piece, so... Okay, the biggest problem is the time. They're not even thinking. They're just blitzing out every move. So we got to speed up here. We got to speed up here, guys. I don't know. I'm going to try to put the bishop here. Looks like a good diagonal for it. Minute and a half. Got to go fast, though. Queen f4. What's the threat? What's the threat? He wants to trade queens. I don't really want to trade queens. I don't really want to trade queens. Okay, we still have bishop a6 coming. I think. Let's put it there. Now we can potentially go here. Of course, we'll have to trade. Then we can invade on the second rank, though, with our rook. Okay, knight's coming in. Now let's go ahead. I wonder if I can set up something here, guys. Can we set up a little trap is the question. Something like check followed by rook here. That would be checkmate if they move over, but they don't have to move over. I know it's not checkmate, but it's still very good. Yeah, this is actually a good move, I think. Although they might not let me do it. Queen c5 is a big threat. And then rook c2 also. is on the table. Okay, queen c5, rook c2, rook h4. These are all the things. The white has to be careful. They play f4. Okay. I think I'm still going to go there. So this is a double attack. How do they deal with it? Probably have to defend the bishop, something like rook b1. Oh, I even have rook c2, don't I? Of course, we could take the pawn. Then we have 3 pawns for the bishop. Ooh, I didn't think about that one. They want to go on the offensive. Oh man. That was a good move actually. I didn't think about that. Okay, so again, we have the fork and potentially rook c2. Probably going to get flagged this game, but let's see. Let's see what we can come up with. Actually, if they take check... Okay, so they just gave the piece back. So now we're actually probably in a winning endgame, but the time is the problem. I think we can take that, can't we? Okay, we have rook e7. We have rook e7, queen e6. Man, 12 seconds. Yeah, this is very difficult to play with 12 seconds. I will have to... Oh, they just blundered. He just blundered, but I don't have enough time. I don't think I have enough time. Oh, maybe there's a chance. Okay. I mean, there's a reason you shouldn't just try to flag people every game. Like, don't just play good moves. Just play good moves. They were going to win. They were going to win. Oh, man. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, so yeah, they had a pretty good position actually out of the opening. So let's see, what did we do wrong? Maybe that h4 move was actually pretty good. I don't know. Okay, so I was actually supposed to play f5 in this case. So yeah, I knew about f5, but these lines are pretty tricky, and you really have to know what you're doing if you're going to play f5, because there's some crazy sacrifices where white can really checkmate you if you're not super careful. Stockfish says it's fine, but this is very dangerous for us, right? This position. And there's all kinds of stuff here that you got to watch out for, obviously. Like, as an example, So I don't know. I didn't really want to go into those lines. So I just played knight f6 and we got this position. Apparently c5 is the move here. c5. Okay. So Alexandra, hey, thank you. Appreciate it. William. Scandinavian. So I was primarily doing the Owens defense, but since you super chatted, maybe I'll try to tack on a Scandinavian at the end, okay? All right, let's go to the next game, guys. Well, we can analyze quickly. Yeah, e6 was a great move. That was a really great move on their part. And then they needed to play queen h5 here. Attacking the rook, threatening here. And if I, wow, that's a move. If I take this and go here, what's their, well, then they take on d5, and now they're threatening to come in this way. They're threatening. Yeah, this is a very tricky position, guys. This is a hard position to play with only a minute on the clock. They just gave me all their pieces here at the end. Lost the queen, lost the rook. I mean, yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Orvin, you got breaking 1500 today. Awesome. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how it turns out. Glad to hear that. All right, we're trying to get a new game here, guys. Whew. Man, that first one. What a way to start. Okay, why can't we get a game? What's going on? Let's see. Uh-oh. Nobody wants to play against the Stonewall. Everybody's afraid. Stonewall is tough. Stonewall is very tough. It's a solid opening. I'm excited for that one. We should get white this game. Matchmaking failed. Okay. That's interesting. Matchmaking failed. Uh-oh. I don't think this has ever happened before. Nope. There we go. Now we're searching. We're searching now. Nope. Never mind. Is chess.com down? Is it down right now? Hold on. Is it down right now.com, by the way, is where you need to go. Nope. Never mind. We're good. Here we go. We got a game. All right. We got a game. Let's go. It's a pretty new account, but hopefully there's no rice here. Hopefully there's no rice here, guys. All right. So Stonewall. d4, e3. Okay? We're going to put our bishop on d3. We don't want them to go there and trade us, so we go there right away. Then we're going to go f4. Lock down the center. We don't want them to play e5. That's the second thing. If this ever goes to c5, we always play c3. I'm probably going to play c3 anyway at some point, but since there's no pawn there threatening me, I don't have to. They go bishop g4. I don't know if I like that move. I'm just going to play knight f3. If they want to take me, I'm fine. I'll get the bishop pair. No problem. Boom, boom, boom. I guess they want to go back and go there. Let's just castle. This is generally where we're going to put our king when you do the Stonewall. So here we go. And I want to jump my knight in. You could see how this is such a nice square for us, right? We've got the pawn supporting it. But of course I'm pinned. So I'm thinking I'm going to move the queen to get away from the pin. This is a useful move anyway because we can come over to the king side and attack. I could play h3, g4, but I want to make sure that the king is going to be there before I do that. So Probably queen e1 and knight e5 makes the most sense here. I guess knight d2 also to stop them from jumping their knight in. Yeah, maybe I'll do that first. We take control of the e4 square so they can't jump in. It seems like a good plan. Of course, we've got this when we... Okay, and now we also know where their king is, which is great. So now that I know their king is here, I'm much more comfortable throwing these pawns forward. So h3, g4. Yeah, I think I like it. I think I like it. To be able... If he goes back, to be able to get all those tempos on the bishop with my pawns, even here, still I can do this. Now the pawn structure gets a little weird if that happens. You might say, Nelson, why don't you take the bishop? I guess if we take the bishop, yes, he gets doubled pawns, but it also opens up the e-file on my weak e3 pawn, which I don't really want. So I think we just go g4 here. I think we just go g4. If we go g4, I'm okay with the doubled pawns. It supports e4, which I like. Maybe I can even use this file, so I think that's totally fine. The alternative could be knight e5 and recapture with the knight, but that seems too slow. I think we want to be aggressive here, so let's play g4. We'll pre-move this recapture. Okay, they do take it. So yeah, I mean, I think this is great. I'm happy with this position. I have a nice attack going on here. Okay. So I could take and play d4. We do give up this square. But I think I'd rather that than allow them to take me and double up my pawns here. Double isolated is a lot worse than when they're clumped together. I can also play g5 before the knight has an opportunity. Oh yeah, let's do that. So what I want to do, guys, is take and play d4. But then I open up this e4 square for the knight. So I'm going to play g5 first. Make it move probably here or here. I don't think it's going to go to h5, yes. And now I think maybe I'll take and push. Although I guess they could take with the knight. I forgot about that. I did forget about that. And it could still end up on e5. Maybe we just play b3. Let them take. We take with the knight. We fee and kettle the bishop. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go like this. A lot of times this bishop will go the other way, but I think now we do it this way. Or do we sacrifice? Do we sacrifice? No, it's probably too much, right? It's probably a little bit too ambitious. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm actually considering taking with the pawn to keep the clamp. I'm actually considering it because if we take with the knight, then they're gonna play e5. Actually, no, but then they open up f5 and we jump in. Okay. Then they open up f5. They don't really want to open up f5, do they? All right. Well, let's take with the knight. I don't think it was crazy to take back with the pawn. Yes, we get the double pawns, but we had this massive control over e5 that I don't think it was that bad for us. Yeah, they're going to go for it. So I'm going to take advantage of that right away. See if we can grab the bishop. And then this guy will be very powerful if we're able to make that trade. They're going to let us do it. Okay, let's go ahead. Of course, they're going to take back. And then I think... Yeah, it looks like we're losing a pawn here. This is an annoying move. Although, actually, hold on. I could play e4 also. e4 might be a good move. So takes, check, rook. Let's say rook f2 or king h1. Queen takes d3. Bishop goes to b2. Knight comes out to c6. Let's say rook goes to f3. What's going on? Queen goes back. Do we like that position or no? Maybe we don't like it. What about e4? Can we play e4? The idea is I'm going to take this pawn back later. Oh, no, e4 allows this. No, I guess we can't do that. Knight f3. They take me. What I'm trying to do is see if I can sacrifice a pawn in such a way that I don't let the queen become such a monster. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like knight f3, maybe it does the trick. No, then there's e2. He's got all these sneaky little moves, so we probably have to just take it and lose the pawn, unfortunately. Yeah, probably have to just do this. Everest. Wow, thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat. Okay, let's go rook f2. I am losing. Actually, I might lose either of these pawns now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, maybe I was a little... maybe I rushed the attack a little bit. Because it's not quite turning out as I would have hoped. Okay, let's go knight f3. Now we at least unleash the bishop, so that's defended. And maybe we attack the queen somehow over here. Got rook e8. Okay. So I really would like to put the bishop here. That just seems like a really great diagonal. Just not sure if we can get away with it because our pawn then gets picked off. If I attack the queen, he's going to move here, and then I attack the queen. Actually, he could move anywhere. I say that. He could move here too. Yeah, bishop b2 is really the move I want to play. But then the rook might come in. He's going to go knight c6. Yeah, so what do we do? I don't know what to do, guys. d4, try to jump my knight to e5. This queen is so annoying. I mean, queen f1, but then we can't attack. We could play an endgame down a pawn, I suppose. Don't love it. Maybe it's the best option, though. Yeah, this queen, I just can't leave a queen sit in front of my king, I feel like. I don't know. Also, this person has not thought, like, a single move. Which I'm not sure if that's normal. I'm not sure if that's normal. Let's try to defend. Wow. Rook e3, really? Knight e5, there's f6, I guess. Oh, but I can attack the knight. Let's see, takes. Okay, let's go. I gotta move faster. I'm gonna lose on time. Let's try to play knight e5 here. Bend the pawn this way. Okay, so he wants to take, so I don't have time. Let's see, here takes. No, then I get forked. Takes. There. Nope, that doesn't work either. Wow. Yeah, I probably should have aborted the game. I can't do anything. This is. I'm feeling the squeeze, guys. I'm feeling the squeeze. Man. Can't even move. The problem is if we take this pawn, right? And if I move the pawn, the e4 square, if I try to defend the pawn, maybe that's my best chance. Try to defend. But I think he's just going to move his rook and bring the other one over, and it's not going to end well for us. They haven't, I mean, they haven't thought until just now. This is the first time they've stopped to think, which doesn't seem right. 22 moves in a row without stopping to think. I mean, I guess it's possible, but it just doesn't feel right. Let's play a rook ending, see if we can get a back rank checkmate. No, worth a shot. It was worth a shot. You always got to try. You don't know until you try, right? You don't know until you try. They're going to go rook e6. Nope. h5. Okay. I'll push, I guess. I don't know. Here? I'm just trying to trade pawns, I guess. Okay. At least they have these bad pawns. Let's try to come up and attack them. Can't go there. So let me try. Yeah. Probably a good move for them. Okay, let's just take this one. I'll give this pawn up, and then maybe we attack here. I assume they're going to defend it, yeah. And then go here. Okay, so what do we push d4, take, and try to push the d pawn? Is that the play? Maybe now they take it. No, they check me. Okay. Oh. Try to get this pawn. We get the rook behind this guy once it goes to here. Okay, now we stop it, and we can still take this, hopefully. Here, we take this. I don't know. This might actually be a draw. I didn't have such little time. Might actually be a draw. Because if I take this pawn, I think it's a draw, right? Let's see. Yeah, this actually, maybe it's not a draw. I don't know. I don't have time to think about it. Thought it was, but actually, no, I think I'm messed up. Does he get me? Does he get me? Yeah, he does. He does. Yeah, okay. I'm a little bit suspicious, but let's look at the review first. Let's look at the review first. We'll know based on these moves at the beginning. Okay, 85 is not crazy, but I'm curious about the start because they could have like changed it up at the end. Let's see. So bishop g4, fine. E6. Yeah, everything's stockfish so far. That's a stockfish thing. That's okay, yeah. Yeah. No, they actually didn't play great. I just missed an opportunity here. Okay, so bishop b2. Ooh, I wasn't even looking for these in-between moves. Yeah, if I would have played bishop b2, we have a great position. So maybe, yeah, maybe it wasn't rice. I thought it was, but maybe not. Maybe I just played poorly. Okay, so yeah, bishop b2. So what's the point? The point is I don't think they even have time to take this because they're going to have some serious problems with their king. Even though they get a piece, look at the king. We can go queen g4. I guess we're coming around this way. We move the bishop. Yeah, there's all kinds of potential checkmates here. Yeah, this would have been a great move. I missed it. Bishop b2 would have been a great move. Yeah, and I just kind of... This is the danger, I guess, when you push your pawns too quickly. If you don't find the right continuation, then your king is exposed and black just jumped all over us. Now, I don't know how they did it so quickly. They weren't even thinking. But, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, why did I decide to march? Yeah, so in the Stonewall, you have a hard time castling queenside, right? Because when you play the Stonewall, the one major downside is that this bishop just has to wait, right? So castling queenside is usually not that simple. You can do it, but it's going to take a while, right? So the quick way to do it is to just castle here. And a lot of times what happens is you'll get to use your rook and your queen over here, and you use these pawns. Now, our opponent reacted very nicely, I guess, with this idea, and then I missed the one opportunity that I had. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really regret the pawn pushes. I just regret not seeing the continuation here. This move, right? Looking for the... if you're going to play this way, you have to look for these kind of moves, right? Where you're going for the king, you're sacrificing some pieces, and I kind of got caught up in the mindset that I have to recapture, right? Like I took this in 3 seconds. That was a bad decision. I didn't need to give up this monster knight for this bishop that quickly. So that was just me making a bad decision, I would say. I don't think it was really the pawn pushes. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. If you assume the other guy's cheating and you believe that they have a good position, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's go to the next game. I think we can do better this. Yeah, let's try this again. Stonewall is a good opening. We're going to see. Okay, this person should be fine. Let's try it again. So same thing. We want to get there before the bishop. And then we'll go f4. So when they play c5, almost always we want to play c3. The idea is if they push, we want to be able to drop our bishop back here and keep it on this diagonal, okay? If we don't push this and they push, then we have to come back this way, and it's much more awkward for us. So if you see c5, you play c3. Pretty simple. Queen b6. Okay, so the nice thing about the Stonewall, we don't have a weakness on b2. So this queen is not really doing anything here. So let's go f4. Get the clamp on e5. Again, we see this bishop g4. Wow, everybody seems to be playing this. I'm going to go knight f3 again. I think our position was actually fine last time. This is slightly different, though, obviously, because of the position here. Okay, so if they take, I'm taking back this way. I'm not worried about this because I have a pawn. I think we just castle. Again, knight d2 is also a move if we want to stop knight e4, which actually maybe makes some sense again for the same reasons. This can be an annoying thing to deal with. There's no tactics. There's no problem. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go knight here first, and then I think we'll castle next move. Let's see what black's going to do. Looks like they're setting up to castle queenside. I don't know if they actually will follow through with that. They play e6, and I think now we can castle. All right, so we've pretty much got the starting position. And I'm looking for opportunities to jump in. Have to deal with the pin, obviously. So queen e1, like we talked about. Or, again, we can do the same thing. Let's see. Big difference this game is it doesn't look like black's castling here, at least not right away. Now they could still do it, right? They could definitely still go here and castle next move, but I don't know if they're going to. Okay, they take. So almost always we're going to recapture this way, because if we take this way, then we give up the square and our bishop gets chased around. They can use it for their other pieces. So we're going to take, sorry, not with the knight, take with the pawn. And it actually lets our bishop out, so we can deal with this. So let's talk about knight e5. Well, we can't because of the pin, but even if I could play knight e5, notice the queen is lined up on my king, which means this pawn is pinned, so I don't actually have enough pieces defending. So even if there wasn't this pin, I still couldn't go here, right? Because I'd be losing a pawn. So you have to make sure you're paying attention to that. So he's actually attacking here. Now, if I'm worried about it, I can move my knight to b3, let's just say, and defend. The other thing I could do is think about sacrificing the pawn with a move like queen e1, letting him take, and somehow... No, I don't see a good follow-up. H3 takes is what I would like to do, but he doesn't have to take. He can go back. And then what happens? G4, bishop goes back, F5, takes. The bishop is not trapped. It gets away. Okay, what if we do this, guys? What if we, let's see, H3, G4, F5 takes, queen E1 check. Or even, I can even consider playing F5 right here. You know why? Because if I play F5, if the bishop takes, I take, he takes, then we get to bring a piece over and jump on the king, I think, before it gets away. If you take here, same thing. If you don't take and you just try to castle, then maybe I just play here, and then I can trap your bishop, which means you have to take. I could also play H3, then F5 first. Wow, there's so many ways to do this. Okay, let's try to make a quick decision here. The only thing I'm concerned about is if he pushes by with E5. That's what concerns me. Man, yeah, this is actually not... I really want to play queen e1 and sack the pawn. I just don't see the follow-up. I might have to play knight b3. But I don't want to. It just doesn't seem like the right move. H3. No, let's play h3 first. I think it should be h3, and then I could still play knight b3, but I'm looking for maybe f5. I'm just not sure what happens after e5. E5 looks like the problem. There's g4. He gets a fork. I could potentially take or pin it. Wow, it gets really crazy. I don't really want to calculate all of that stuff. Yeah, what do we do? I don't know. G4, is it too much? Again, is it too much? G4 there, 95. F5 takes check. I do like that I get the check on the king. I think that's going to cause him some problems, but then my king is not safe either. All right, we're going to go for it. We're going to try it again. And it'll be very interesting to see what Stockfish says about this, because now he has to take with the pawn, right? So I'm going to get this check, which is what I wanted. Now, do I do it with the queen or the rook? The queen or the rook? This could be valuable on the f-file, so that's why I'm kind of thinking we go queen e1, and I also could swing over this way. Is 94 a problem? No, I take, right? No, that shouldn't be a problem. There should be some tactics for us. Okay, I'm thinking we go queen e1, guys. Let's do it. The idea is Black is not castled. Okay. Okay, that's what we wanted. That's exactly what we wanted. Now this is really awkward for black. Okay. I would say that's relatively successful. And now I'll take this and probably bring my queen around. Yeah, let's go. Let's go queen h4. I think we could probably attack the king. I mean, it's awkward for black, right? You don't want your king to be in between your rooks. This is not what you want. So somehow we have to take advantage of this. Somehow. Knight g5. Does that do anything? I really want to move this knight and get the bishop. Now's the time for the bishop to come into the game. So knight b3. Maybe we go knight b3. Takes, takes. You can't go there because I'm guarding it. Yeah, I think now's the time. Got to get this bishop out because we're going to need the rook. We need to use these pieces. So I'm blocking off this, and I'm clearing the way for either bishop g5 or bishop f4. I haven't decided just yet. Maybe even in some crazy world, bishop h6 to just do some sort of weird sacrifice. Actually, that doesn't look totally crazy. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh, hold on. Wow. I just noticed something. If I could, like, somehow get my rook here, we might even have the option to, like, sack a queen and then somehow checkmate. Some weird checkmate. I don't know. I'm just going to keep an eye. I'm just going to keep an eye. Okay, he goes queen c7. So why? He wants to go bishop g3. Okay. And it also stops bishop f4. Okay, I see that. So I can go bishop g5, but then my queen gets trapped. Wow, look at that. A queen trap. That's amazing. That's amazing. So we could play king g2. Feels weird, but we could do it. King g2. Is that really the move I have to play to stop this? Bishop g5. Takes, takes. We sack a queen for 2 pieces. No, that doesn't seem very good. Yeah, I probably have to play king g2. That's kind of amazing. All right, we can't let the bishop come in, so I'm gonna stop it. That's it. That's all the logic there is. Still want to play bishop g5. Bring my rook. Then I'll be happy. Then I'll be a happy camper because at that point, pretty much all of my pieces would be in the game doing a lot, and black still has that awkward rook that they can't get into the game. So I think bishop g5, rook e1, and yeah, that's the plan. Also, if I could get rid of this knight somehow, I could win the bishop, but can't make it leave without getting the bishop there first. He always has this trade, is the other thing. Okay, 3 minutes. It's not as bad as some of the other games. I think we're doing okay on time. I have a nice clear plan now. Bishop g5, rook e1. Once the bishop's out, we could probably bring this knight back to d2. Maybe even to c5 in some cases. I don't know about this maneuver. That seems like it might take a while, but we could also do that. He's really trying to restrict this bishop, which is smart. It's smart. So if we can't go there and there and there, I guess we go here. I think we still need to get the rook. So black, you know, took it away. It's okay. We go here. We get the rook over. And then we continue. So black's biggest problem is the rook. What are they going to do to try to get that fixed? That's what I wonder. 1, 2? Doesn't seem too crazy, actually. Although I don't know if the king gets to h7 if it opens up some tactics. Almost looks like it might. I think black might have to be careful. Oh no, they take. I was not expecting that. And they take and they go knight e4. Not expecting this at all because I thought I could just like attack the knight now with like rookie. What is the plan here? Do they want to take my bishop? Is that what the plan is? Interesting. It definitely caught me off guard there. Okay, so rook e1. I'm not actually pinning it. So they could take my bishop. Okay, fine. Then we have opposite colored bishops. I'm okay with that. This bishop's not like that amazing anyway, so I'm not really concerned if they take it. Can't go here. I don't know what else they're going to do, so I'm gonna just let them take it, I guess. It's kind of my bad bishop, right? Like this is my good bishop. The principle is which color are your central pawns on? This would be my good bishop because it's opposite those pawns. This would be my bad bishop. You can see it's limited, right? So I'm giving up my bad bishop. Okay, fine. Now the question is, do I trade the rooks or do I not? No, I probably should, right? The king seems more vulnerable there because if it tucks away over here, maybe it's fine. I think I will take it. I think I will take it. Check, check. What I'm trying to decide is like, where would I rather black's king? Would I rather be on e8 or let it run over here? And I don't know actually the answer because here maybe he's not that safe. It's hard to say. It's not easy to say. So let's see if maybe black makes the decision for me depending on what they play. They might play a different move. Ah, they do. They play knight f6. Huh. So rook e3 is definitely an option. I got to make a quick decision here. I don't want to lose all my time on this move. It doesn't matter that much. Let's just play rook e3. Okay, I think we got to go knight c5 or somehow get this knight into the game. It's a long journey, though. It's such a long journey. I don't know what to do. I just feel like I'm going to trade this bishop. I'm not sure. I feel like it's my bad bishop, his good bishop, so let's trade it. Then maybe the knight can go in or something. Okay, I gotta move. I gotta move, guys. Ooh. Is that a good decision or a bad decision? Don't have time to think about it. I just don't have time to think about it. I'm probably going to lose this pawn. It was probably a bad decision. But it opens up my bishop, so maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh. Sometimes you just got to go. And when you have 20 seconds, you gotta just hope that it works. You gotta just hope that it works. And maybe it doesn't work, but you got... Oh, his knight's defending it. No, guys, I forgot about that. Oh, that's a backbreaker. I thought I was getting the bishop if his queen took. So I was thinking that the pawn would sneak by and get a queen. Yeah, this is over. I just threw this game. This is over. Man. Just missed it. I just missed it. Queen g6. No, he has to defend his pawn. So what is he going to play? I have no idea. Knight a5. 97. Okay. Here, probably. Oh, yep. Okay. I think I just lost it with 96. I thought it was a brilliant move, and it was probably just a blunder. Although I did have a brilliant move, it looks like. So maybe, I don't know. I just have to play a little faster. I did have a brilliant move at the end. Was it 96? Oh, it was 96. It was 96, guys. Oh. I had a feeling, and so what would... Oh, I had to take first. Because if he takes with the queen, queen g4 is winning. He has no way to defend this. He has no way to defend this. And you can't move it because it's pinned. Oh, dude. And if you take with the knight, what's the move now? Queen g3. And again, you can't defend it because your knight is going to be hanging if you try to go over there. And then my queen comes in and I'm winning. So it was the winning move. It was the winning... 96 was the winning move. Dude. Oh, that's painful. Man. Random question, are you Protestant? Yeah, you could say that. You could say that, I guess. Grew up in a Baptist church, then went to Presbyterian church, then went to a couple of different denominations, but yeah, I mean, Jesus follower. That's what it comes down to, right? Oh, F7 was not the move, guys. Okay, I thought... This is what I thought. I'll tell you what I thought. I thought if he takes here, maybe I get a queen, or maybe I under promote to a knight. I wasn't sure, because if I get a queen, I'm still losing my queen here, so it doesn't actually help me that much, right? But if I get a knight, that's a check. Stockfish doesn't like it though, because king g8, and I guess I'm just losing. So the move actually was bishop takes g6. I mean, this, yeah, you can't calculate this with 20 seconds on the clock. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. King g7. Oh, you guys see that? Oh my, under promotion to the knight. This position is so crazy. Wow. I mean, that's just one option. And then of course this one. And what I thought in the game was that I got the bishop for free, which I did not. Man. All right. Okay, I think we should pause and go back to the h3 moment. Let's see. So Stockfish says h3. Stockfish says h3. Okay. And then here, Stockfish says g4 is good. It gives a question mark because it wanted g3 instead. But g4 is a close second. So fine, g4 is a good move. So I played that totally fine. f5, not so much. It wanted me to take this? Are you kidding me? I was like, no way am I opening up that rook. That's what Stockfish wanted. And then put the knight on g5 to defend the pawn. Oh. See, Stockfish is so clever. It's just so clever. Look at this. You put the knight, you defend. Wow. All right. But it didn't mind. It didn't mind the pawn push. That's what I wanted to know. So, okay, we misplayed it from there, but still got into a decent position. I mean, this is not that bad for us. Knight b3 was not the way, though. Rook f2 is better. Yeah. Yeah. All right, all right. That's the issue with trying to teach. Okay, here we go. Three times. This person is 4-0 against me. All right, let's see if the Stonewall can break the streak, guys. Can we break the streak? The moral of the story is play faster, right? Stonewall, you need time later in the game. You can't use all your time early in the opening. So let's speed it up, Nelson. Speed it up. You see c5, you play c3. Okay? Get the knight out there. Great. We're going to castle. We're just going to castle. And for once, we don't have the bishop sitting on g4. So we're going to get a different type of game because of that. That totally changes the dynamic, obviously. It's castle. So takes. Plays a6. Fine. He wants to expand over here. That's pretty normal. So there's one idea, which I think I will do here, guys. To activate this bishop, you can just go like this. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to put my knight on e5 first, and then I'll see. But this might be what I do next. So that's kind of the typical maneuver when you play the Stonewall. Ooh, g6. Wow, interesting move. Not expecting that one. Okay, but I'm going to do the same thing. I think it still makes sense. You put the bishop over here and you get rid of your bad bishop. You can trade it for the knight. Sometimes you can trade it for this, but usually it gets traded for a knight. And we're okay giving up a bishop for a knight because the position is very closed off, right? Let's go around. Try to keep that advantage on time and at the same time not make blunders. Okay, so we're going to drop back here. We want to keep an eye on that e4 square, so that's why we go this way. Knight can come here. We play e4. So I think our position is actually pretty good, guys. I think our position is pretty good. We get the bishop over here. Knight goes into here. We can play e4. Yeah, I like this so far. So far, so good. This is probably the best position we've had yet, the Stonewall. Okay, I think we just let him take it. I'm not super concerned. Probably just bust open everything now. Yeah, let's go. Usually when they push by like this, you want to play e4. So. Great positional chess video. Might be a good speed run, like Chess Raw Habits one. Are you saying a speed run like the most recent video that was posted earlier today? Is that what you're talking about? Or playing each opening like we're doing right now? Wait, what? Did he just do that? For some reason I thought, hold up. What if I take the bishop? What's this? Is he going to take this pawn? Queen f3. If I take the bishop and he... I don't see it, guys. I don't see it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Because it looks to me like he's losing... Okay, I guess technically you're not losing a pawn, but no, this looks like it's going to end well for us from what I can see. Because once we bust everything open, we're going to have this bishop. He's not castled yet. I mean, I don't know. This looks like black is playing with fire here, guys. what I think, anyway. Oh, he wants 94. He wants queen of 3, 94 takes, check. That's what he wants. Okay, I did not see that. It's all, there's always something. You know what? There's always something. You guys ever feel that way? Ah, that's a good move. 94. I didn't see that. That's a good move. That's a very good move. So the question is, well, okay, first of all, question number 1. What if I do sack the queen? So let's see, takes, check, king here takes. We save our bishop, so we have 2 pieces for the queen. We have 2 pieces for the queen. And we could play bishop f6. Hmm. The other way would be to go, what? Something like queen e1. He's going to take, which hits my bishop. Man, that's such a good move. That is such a good move. I didn't see 94. I didn't think you could play this because I thought I could play queen f3. And then when he takes my bishop, I take his knight. I missed 94. It's a great move. Yeah, I probably have to do it. Probably have to sack the queen and hope I can generate some amazing chances. I don't see what else to do. I don't see what else to do. Queen h3. I mean, I could try to play something like queen h3 and sack the bishop instead. And if he takes, my idea would be... What's my idea? Queen h4. Okay, so maybe there's something there with queen h3. Let's check one more time. So if we take check here. Bishop f6. I mean, I get a little bit of counterplay. He's probably just going to castle, though. I don't know, though. Then we can bring the rook. We can bring the knight. We have a lot of pieces around the king. If he doesn't do that and he moves the rook, he's really cut off. This, you know what? This might not be so crazy, guy. This might not be so crazy. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. This might not be as crazy as it looks. We're going to put the bishop here. Yeah, this is actually going to be very interesting what he does now. I'm really curious. Is he going to castle? Or is he going to just move the rook? Because, I mean, blacks... Okay, yeah, they have a queen, but the rest of their pieces are pretty bad. The knight is the best piece black has. They play rook g8. Rook g8. So that means the king is in the center. The king is in the center, my friends. Do we have enough pieces to attack it? Rook f3. But I need to use my knight. So I would love to get my knight there. Yeah, let's bring the knight. I think we need to use the knight. You have a habits speedrun? Mostly positional habits for rating levels. Oh, I see. I see. I got you, guy. Okay. Okay. So you're saying a rating climb focusing on positional habits. I got it. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. I have a new rating climb coming, by the way. And I think I already have a theme for it. But I'll definitely keep that in mind. Yeah, he's trying to get rid of his bad bishop, which is smart. Okay, but I'm gonna go for this. I don't think we're out of this one just yet, guys. I don't think so. Not by a long shot. Thank you, Guy. Appreciate the super chats and the suggestion, though. Thanks a lot. Because he's gonna, yeah, Oh, does he want to sack the queen back? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 3. That's probably what he wants to do. What a sneaky thing. What a sneak. I could take this pawn, though. I don't have to do it. Okay, so like if I take it, he takes, I take, he takes. I move my bishop. It's 1, 2, 3, 6 against 4 pawns. That's exactly what he wants to do. Okay, I'll take this pawn instead then. So knight e4 doesn't really want to take me because he gets forked, I wouldn't think. Although you're still up material. So it's possible. Now it's time for me to think about the rooks. Yep, that's what he's doing, getting his knight there. Man, I don't know if we can do this. I don't know if we're going to be able to make this work. Okay, what if I go bishop h4 and jump in? Do we like that trade? Do we like it? It does allow him to play the f5 though, and then he gets his queen involved. Rook e1 to set up for the future. No, I think we got to keep this bishop. I don't know. It's a long shot anyway. Black's playing good. Maybe we can't do anything, but I was going to be in trouble anyway, I think, if I didn't sack the queen, so felt like it was my best chance. Could be wrong. We can check it. We can check it later. I think he's going to take it. I'm pretty sure he's going to take it. Never mind. He's not going to take it. Okay. Wait, what is happening exactly? If I go check here. Check takes. If I take his rook comes in. I don't know. I guess we're losing, but I'm going to try to hunt this f7 pawn. Because now if he sacks the queen, it's only up, black's only up 1 pawn. Now it's still going to be tough stopping these guys, but I will try. Can't defend it with his rook. You can't play f6 because you get forked here, right? So what does black do? They probably play rook b8. Or maybe they play d4 and just get another queen. Oh, I actually have an amazing tactic. Look at this, guys. I take here. Oh, my. He fell for it. He just fell for it. Dude, look at this, guys. Look, what an amazing move. What an amazing move. He just gave me the rook. He literally just gave me a rook and a pawn for free. Because you can't take that. Wait, what? 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 Did he calculate this? He wanted to trap my knight? Are you kidding me? Dude, no way. No way. So now the question is, do I take here? The knight gets trapped. Do I sack it here? Do I play rook d1? Oh man, what do I do? I'm going to lose on time again. Come on, dude. This seems dangerous. It seems really dangerous giving him the 2 pawns. It seems really dangerous. My knight was trapped anyway. So, okay, at least now we have this endgame, which I want to say is good for us. Try to be aggressive. Maybe I should have gotten the second rank. Maybe I should have. That might have been a big mistake. We'll see if I regret that later. Let's try to get tricky here. Oh, he's good. Why did I not play Rookie 2? Oh, Nelson. Nelson. This is... Well, we will have some things to talk about after this game. This was awful. This was such an awful decision on my part. I'm going to lose now for sure. Because of this. I didn't see this. Yeah. I did not see it. Man, I think we had him. I actually think we had him. He totally missed it, I think. And then I just blew it. I just blew it, guys. Yeah, now we're just in a very bad way. Can we... Oh, wait a second. Can we hold on to a draw? Is there any way? Is there any way? Can we draw this? Maybe there's a draw here. Hold on. If we take this and we go behind... Oh, no, because my king's cut off, right? My king's cut off. There's no way, is there? Is there? Do we have any tricks? I don't have time to think about it. He pushes, I push. I don't think we have any tricks. Let's see. If I just get mated, right? Do I get mated? Hold on. Check. No, I don't get mated. Okay, so maybe I can do that. So maybe he's going to what? He's going to go for it. I don't think do I get mated? Oh, this one? I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah, if he would have taken with the queen, it would have been a stalemate. Oh. That game, man. You went from 13 to 1600. Naroditsky was too complicated. You like my style. Now you play chess mood openings and attack focus. Awesome. That's great. Awesome, guy. So we never had a chance this game. Look at that bar. It was never in our favor. Now we did have a draw. I did have a draw. Never had a chance to win, but I did have a draw. And I suspect it was after he blundered the tactic. Let's see. Okay, first of all, first question. What does Stockfish say here? Bishop takes e7 was bad. Queen f3 was bad. I should have played queen e1. And queen h4. So Stockfish says, don't give up your queen so easily, Nelson. Stockfish actually wanted me to take this? What? Why? Oh, because the knight is hanging. I didn't even see that. I did not even see that. Dude. Wow, I'm just asleep tonight. I am just asleep, guys. Look at that. If we take this, now we have 3 pieces for the queen. This is very, very playable for white. Didn't even see it. man. Okay, so we missed that. Bishop comes around. We jump in. So this is what I was afraid of. If I, let's just say, take here. I think he can just take, go into this endgame, and I'm going to lose. This knight is going to be a monster. He's got the connected pawns. He's going to put his rooks behind him, and it's a super easy game for black, right? That's it. So that's why I was thinking I have to do something else. So here we go. And then, yeah, he blunders. He blunders the tactic. And then he blunders it again and gives me the queen. I played the best move, and I had a draw. Okay, so I actually had a draw from right here. And I'm sure I know what the move is. Rook F2, yeah. Rook F2. As long as I get control of this, no problems. I mean, maybe there's a problem. I have to watch this, but that's easy to stop with the 2 rooks. That's all I had to do. And I was literally going to play it. And then for some reason, I said to myself, well, maybe I'll go on the offensive. And I forgot that when the rook comes down, it not only attacks here, it also attacks here. That's what I forgot. So the takeaway for you guys is don't let them get the rook on the second rank. Just don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Play rook F2. I was going to get a draw this game because I can create my own pass pawn here that black has to watch out for, and then it's kind of even, and yeah, we ended up with the draw. I mean, at least a draw probably. Man, I just threw it away. That's so sad. That is so sad. Oh, this is a draw too? No. This is a draw too? What? But only if I don't take the pawn. I have to play rook c6, go behind. Then king e2. King e3. Now I take it. Sorry. Now I take it. Because you can't do this because check. I go behind and somehow this is just a draw. Because I run up, sack my rook, and I push, and I'm going to be able to escort, and black's going to have to sack their rook. Wow, I had so many opportunities for a draw that game. Man. But I took the pawn. Yeah. So sad. So sad. Oh, well, you know what? It's all right. Oh, my opponent said missed knight takes g6. LOL. Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully you guys are learning something. That's the point. That's the point. Let's go with the Owens again. So here we go. Play e6, b6, get the bishop on b7. Okay, they're going for this line. So this is what I was talking about. Like, we can't play bishop b4 anymore because there's no knight for us to pin, right? It would be a wasted move. Doesn't make any sense now. So I'll play knight f6 in attack, and I assume we're going to see something like f3 or knight g3. Yes. This is kind of weird. I don't know if I want to try to attack that knight because we give up this square for the bishop. Maybe it's not a big deal. c5 could be an idea. Yeah. So you have like multiple ways. You could play d5, you could play c5. You kind of just have to see what your opponent is doing and then figure out what you feel like is the best way to attack. So Connor with 10 gifted memberships. Hey, thanks, Connor. Appreciate you. All right. So I'm going to take it, and now it's an interesting thing. Now bishop b4 is back on the menu because there's no longer a c3 move to chase my bishop away. So if I want, I can do that. Yeah, isn't that interesting? The other thing is knight c6 and just try to attack this way. because white has done something weird. Instead of their knight being on f3 supporting the center here, they moved it over. So it's supporting here, but then this is kind of weak. So I'm just sort of changing my target, right? Like you just got to react to what your opponent is doing. So instead of them defending here, they defend here. Okay, we attack where the weak spot is, right? Also the bishop. Everything that they've done is about defending e4, which is great. That's fine. But I'm going to try to take advantage of the d4 square. Way to go, Henry. From 284 to 906. Man, that's specific. I like it. That's awesome. In 4 months. Great. So he defends with the bishop. Sure, sure. I guess the question that I have now is, what happens if I go here? Because the problem for white is you don't really want to lose this bishop for a knight. But if you try to save it, you lose your pawn, if I'm not mistaken. So, looks like our opening is working out for us this time around. I believe we'll go ahead and get the bishop now. Yeah, so we take the bishop. Okay. And now what? D6? A6? Here's the thing about A6. It's good because we get control of this square, but it's bad because we weaken this square. Bishop to B4. I don't know if I want to just give back the bishop pair that I just worked so hard to get. So I'm kind of leaning towards the move D6. I think it's doesn't create any weaknesses. In fact, it kind of fills in some holes here. The only thing is this, but that's not a big deal. I'll just play queen D7, no problem. Knight here, I don't think it's really threatening too much. We can always bring our rook if we need. Bishop E7 castles, and I think we have a pretty solid position. We've got the bishop pair, which I like. I don't really know what this knight is doing over here. It doesn't seem to have much of a future. So, yeah, I think the Owens defense in this game working out nicely for us. Yep. Yep, new rating climb is coming soon. Stay tuned, guys. It's going to be a good one. I think you're going to really like it. I think you're going to really like it. Plays d5. Okay, so if we castle and this trade happens, I do like that my rook is involved. I don't like that this is a weak square, but the white's missing the light squared bishop, so it's going to be hard for them to take advantage of it. Maybe queen c4, queen d7 should be fine. So castling definitely on the table. We don't have enough pieces to win a pawn, so yeah, let's castle. Let's castle. We can pre-move the recapture if they want to trade pawns there. I mean, okay, the weakness, but then the f-file for us seems like an even trade. Rook d1. Rook d1. Okay, so we have to be careful. Like for example, knight b5. Do we lose a pawn there? I don't know. So I'm thinking through that. I don't know if it makes sense to take that. I think what we do is get this knight to a better square. I could also go to g4. Yeah, I like this one. I like this one because it gives me two options to work with. And maybe I'll reroute the bishop at some point. But I'm basically planning to chase the queen around. If I can get my knight here and the queen leaves, maybe the bishop comes and we cause some problems for white. Okay, we take back. Yeah, so it's a question of can we hold on to these pawns? It's bishop d4. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go knight c5. I don't think he can afford to take me because now you're giving me both bishops against both knights in a relatively open board. Okay. The white decides to go there. Fine, 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 fine. Can I do this? Can I do this? Yeah, I mean, the bishop's not doing a lot there. It's very well defended. So I'm just relocating it to cause some problems. Of course, I don't want to go here, right? We don't want to lose 2 pieces for a rook. That would be a bad trade for us. We're going to avoid that move. Oh, but you know what I could do? I could play e5. No, I can't. There's a pin. Never mind. Nope, can't do it. All right. We could play bishop g5, though. Bishop g5. Oh, guys. No, no. Okay, wait a second. Look at this. Bishop g5. Where's the queen going to go? Where is the queen going to go? No. No. It's a queen trap. It's a queen trap. It's a queen trap. We trapped the queen. The only move is f4. Or give up 2 pieces for the queen. We trapped the queen. That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. You see those bishops in action? That's incredible. All right. I mean, the game's not over because they do have 2 pieces. The 2 knights, which we saw last game, is not trivial, but we're up a queen. So I'm going to just maybe move here. Okay, I don't think they can attack this easily because the knight can't jump in. The knight can't jump in. And I want to get my rook to the c file. That was an amazing queen trap, by the way. Like, this is beautiful. When the bishops are crisscrossing like this, I mean, that is so beautiful. They want to double up and attack me, which makes sense. Yeah, it's not that easy to win this game. Even though we're up the queen, it's not going to be that simple, is it? Okay, we probably should defend this. I know it's coming. And then what do we do? What do we do? Feels rook c1 instead. Okay, I'm going to play h6. Try to use my pawns to take away some of these squares from the pieces. Maybe I'll put my king in this pawn and just really lock down the board. But this bishop is hard to get past. This bishop is hard to get past. It goes f4. Okay. I'm going to play same plan. Just taking away squares from the knight. I'll tuck my king here. Oh, he wants to do this now. Interesting, interesting. Well, okay, hold on, though. Hold on. This might be an opportunity for me, actually. Like, I'm wondering if I sack a rook or if I... Let's see. G5 is another move. The knight does come in, though. The knight comes in. But I don't know. He's going to have some problems with his light squares. Okay, let's go G5. I don't know. This white's being very risky now. They had a really solid position. They might be letting my queen in. They might be letting my queen in. Let's see. Let's see how this is going to play out. Bishop d4. So they want to go here and somehow come in that way. I see. Do I play d5? Takes. Like, I don't know what's going on anymore. e5 shuts down the bishop, but then we give up this square. At least, yeah, I don't think we want to do that. Here, then the knight comes in. Now I could sack my rook, but why? I don't get enough counterplay, I don't think. So that's a problem. So what do we do? Maybe we go bishop c1. Okay, we go bishop c1. Oh, there's f6, though, which is an annoying move. f6 is an annoying move. I could sack. I don't like where this is headed, guys. I don't like where this is headed. What about here? What about here? We kick the knight. If he tries to defend it, oh, g4 is a good move. No, I can't do that. Wow. It's crazy. You could be up a queen and still have so many problems. Maybe I have to take this. Then 95, though. Oh, yo, 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 yo. 95 is a killer, isn't it? Queen f7 check. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, wait. Hold on. Take. Maybe there's a tactic. Maybe there's a tactic. G4, we have a tactic. Okay. I didn't see it at first. But I see it now. I see it now. Oh, I see knight f6 now, though, too. Didn't see that one. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Knight f6. Do we have any way to get out of this mess? Do we have any way to get out of this mess? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, guys. What do I do? Can't even move. Here? I feel like we're somehow getting checkmated. Rook c7 is coming, like rook c7. I guess I have bishop d7. But it doesn't look like it's going to end well for us. He just takes that way. Yeah, that's pretty good too, I guess. Oh my. What happened? What happened here? I can't even move. I cannot even move. Here, rook c2. Wow. I don't know. I don't even know what to say right now. I thought we had a brilliant queen trap and we're just getting checkmated. Well, chess is brutal sometimes, and we're seeing that right now. I honestly have no idea. I don't even know. Did I make a mistake? Did I miss something? Or we were just losing even though we're up a queen? Like, what is it? What is it? I don't know, guys. Check. Man. Check. That's what he's going to do. Or maybe he's going to go here, actually. Or there. That's another one. Moment of truth. What just happened? Stockfish, please tell me what just happened. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. So we jump in. We go here. He blunders the queen trap. We trap a queen. We're up a queen. Cool. I'm literally up a queen. So what happened here? Guys, what happened? Rook d2. Rook d8, best move. I played the best move. Okay. h6 is a good move. Yeah, it's the best move. I played the best move. g6. Stockfish doesn't love g6. It wanted me to play d5 right now. I have no idea why. What's d5? Oh, because takes. I have a tactic. Oh. So Stockfish is basically saying, Nelson, you need to open up the files for your big pieces. You need to open up the files for your big pieces. And if he pushes by, you go here because what? Oh, because F4 is hanging. Uh-huh. So that's one thing that I missed. Okay, but still, you wouldn't think the G6 would be such a bad move. F5 was the best move, though. Bishop D4 is okay. It's not amazing. Again, I should have played D5. That was a losing move. I had to play bishop back to B7 or G4 to stop white from getting G4. Going here just allows... He should have played his knight right away. Should have played his knight right away. And then at this point, it's over. Now I'm done. Wow. It's a really instructive game because it shows you that queens and rooks need files and diagonals to be able to operate, right? And I kind of missed my opportunity here to open it up, right? White, when there's only limited number of files and diagonals, white has more pieces, right, to make use of those. The queen's power is when you can put it somewhere that it controls multiple at the same time, but I didn't actually give my queen the opportunity to do that. They didn't open things up. So D5 was the move. That's it. I just needed to see that. And instead, I let white just close down everything. And then once the knights and the bishops come like this, like forget it. That's amazing, actually. Well, what can I say? It was still a nice queen trap. I mean, I'm still proud of that. Regardless of how the game turned out, this is still a beautiful position if you think about it. It shows you the power of the bishops, though, right? Look at that. That's beautiful. And the rook helping, too. I thought they had to play F4, and then I was just going to take it and be happy, but... You used to watch me when you were 800, and now you're 2,300? Wow. Well, that's a nice little rating gain you had there. Oh, it's the same player. Okay. Yeah, normally I would not play the Owens against a 2450 strong player because it's not like it's not really a GM level opening. It's better lower, but we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna see what we can do. I think we just play D5 and jump the knight in. I think this is one of the cases where we can jump the knight in. And yeah, we can always trade it off if we want. So let's play C5. It's kind of like a weird French defense now, where we've fianchettoed this bishop, which I don't know how great this is for us, but this is what we have. So I could take, I don't think I want to do that. If I push, what's going to happen is I'm going to try to attack over here. White's going to attack here. Do we like our chances in that? Let's see. I'll go bishop e7 to slow down some of these moves. Okay. And then I'll get ready to push. And we'll just go on the queen side. Yep, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Do I want to cover this square or just let him play there? That's the question. I think I do want to cover it. I don't want the knight coming in there and sacking itself. Okay, yep. So here we go. We'll push over here. I think white is going to try to sack somehow here or... Okay, they're going to do this. Interesting. Interesting. That's actually pretty smart. Yeah, it's pretty smart. I may have to play bishop f8. I may have to do it. I don't love it, but we can't push because then everything falls apart. We can't go here because the bishop, so I think we have to do it. And I don't want to play king f8. I want to make sure my king has the option to run over here at some point and hide. So it seems like the only move. It's ugly, but sometimes you have to play ugly moves in chess. And we have a plan, I guess. Knight c6, queen b6, maybe b4 or castle queenside. I mean, it's not like super obvious, I guess, how white's going to break through here. Kind of an interesting position. Thanks, Guy. Appreciate the super chats. But last time we played this person, we did see that they are capable of making mistakes. Missed some obvious tactics, I would say. So it gives me hope. Rook g4? Why would you go? What, because you want to go here. That's the only reason I can think. Or because you want to bring your knight. You want to bring your knight, so you defend it. Or you want to go here. This one, do you want to sack maybe and then try to checkmate me? No, it's probably more likely they want to go here. I don't think that changes my plan. I think I still have to get my pieces out, so I bet they're going to go here. Uh-huh. They might sack it to open things up, so let's keep an eye on that. I kind of would like to castle this way, to be honest with you. So what do we do? Do we put the queen here or here or here or here and then castle? Yeah, it's not really obvious where the queen should go. I'm going to go here to try to keep some support. Ah, he wants to play f5. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yes, it does. And I think we are going to just run away. I think we're just going to run away. Okay, yeah, he wants to trade this pawn and plant his knight. Yeah, very smart. Very smart. So what are my options? I either castle or I somehow try to attack, but I just don't feel like we have much going for us. B4, A4, A3. I feel like I'd rather just maybe try to defend. I don't know if this is the right decision, but that's what I'm leaning towards. So castles F5. Can we survive that is the question, though. Nah, let's castle. Oh, hold on. This is a critical moment. This is a critical moment. I'm thinking B4, F5, A4. A3 does create some chances, but not nearly as powerful as White's attack is. It's not, no, White's attack is clearly much more powerful. We can't do that, guys. We can't. Knight here doesn't really stop them. All right, I'm castling. We got to try to defend. So let's run away. Let's run away and try to defend. Yep. Rook e8 takes. Then we get pinned. Knight e7 takes. And at least we have a knight controlling that. I like that. F6. Not a big deal. Okay, let's try knight e7. I'm just trying to keep this knight from jumping in here and wrecking everything. So takes. We're holding on by a thread, it looks like. If white decides to castle, then maybe we push. I don't know. White's position is clearly better than ours. This is kind of why I don't recommend the Owens. Like if you're maybe above 2000, I wouldn't really play the Owens. I think it's very good at the lower levels because nobody really knows how to play against it at the lower levels. But once you hit a certain point above 2000, that's when people kind of know what to do, and you don't really see it at the top level. So just keep that in mind. For like 95% of people watching, it's probably fine to play it, but if you are above 2000, I wouldn't recommend it too often. Okay. Take back. Oh, they jump in with the knight. Okay, so they're going to let me trade this knight off. I don't have to, but... probably will. I'm going to try to play quickly. Ooh. Ooh, that's a great move. That is a great move, actually. It's a great move because if I go here, he can actually take, and go bishop f4. Hold on. Then I can play... no. Yeah, that's a great move. Really great move. I don't think we're surviving this. White is a strong player. You can just tell, like, positionally, they're very, very sharp. I'm trying to set up some tactic here. I don't know if it actually does anything. Bishop c8. Check. We move our king. Yeah, maybe. Because if they take the queen, we take back, and they have some things hanging. If they take with the queen, I don't know. Maybe I get a little bit of counterplay. So that's what they're playing against. Yeah, they want to go here and here. Wow. Wow. What can we even do? What can we even do? I'm trying to see if there's any... Okay, if we can get this bishop out and bring the rook over, like, maybe we could hold on. Played bishop e1. Oh, that's what they wanted to do. Okay. 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 If we go here, what happens? They bring the bishop, they bring the rook, we lose it. Okay, we probably have to go here. We can go bishop e7. Takes... Yeah, we have to try this. It's still not good for us, but we can't just leave the bishop sit there forever. So we have to try. Yeah, they're busting through though is the problem. Tough game. Tough game. Do I have any tricks? Any tricks at all? I don't think so. I do not think so. Rook g8. Rook d7. Queen f8. b4. Okay, we'll go here. And I think they're probably going to just take and play bishop g6. We're only down one pawn, so it's not over just yet. It's just not looking good. It's just not looking good for us, guys. All right, I think we need to create some chances on the other side. I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I can think is that White's king is maybe a potential target if we can figure out a way to get to it. So I'm hoping if we open up another file over here, maybe our king can be safe and a piece can invade. I don't know. Something like this is what I'm trying to envision. Yeah, like something like this, right? Like where we can unleash a bishop here, maybe. But if they just play bishop d3, we can't we can't do it, right? Yeah, that's exactly what they do. It's a long shot. I don't know what else to try though. It's a very long shot. Maybe I could have played queen c6 actually. Okay, hold up. They can't take with the bishop though now, so maybe we could. Still have that annoying pawn though. Ba-dum. Is there any way to make this happen, guys? Let's think about this. I'm thinking we go for bishop a6 to get rid of the piece defending the king, and then our queen can come in. Man, it is so hard to get at this guy's king. It's so hard to get there. They have ugly pawns, though. If we can... I'm going to say if we can win that pawn, we may have a shot at this. But I can't win it. I can't win it. And I don't know, guys. I don't see what else to do. I'm too slow. All my plans take too long. Maybe I'm... You know, earlier I had an opportunity to keep attacking and I kind of stopped and tried to defend. Maybe that was my mistake, but who knows? Who knows? This guy's so strong, though. He's so strong. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Let's see if we actually had any opportunities. I don't think we had too many chances that game, to be honest with you. Yeah. Whenever the graph looks like that, you can't. I mean, there's not much you could have done, right? Which good example of like don't recommend Owens at, like I said, above 2,000. And this is kind of why. Like if they know what to do, it's going to be very challenging. It's going to be very challenging. This was some crazy stuff, though. Rook g4, knight h4, f4. I mean, these are some good moves. These are some very good moves. Like, maybe like here is where I just need to, like, start pushing some pawns to try to do something. I don't know. Dogfish says that you're just losing regardless of what you do. Even this is a bad plan. Even this is a bad plan. Yeah, I think we've played this person a bunch. Let's see. Yeah, we played them 6 times. We've lost every single game. I'm 0-6. 0-6. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's kind of a new account. That's scary. That's scary. It's okay. I said I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. All right, let's bring out the bishop here because there's a knight to pin. So if there's a knight to pin, then you can do it. Let's keep putting the pressure. We are threatening to take. Well, now what is going on now? All right. Probably should stop and think. If I do take this, they take, I get a rook. Okay, I want to make this trade first, and then I want to consider what happens. So they can't take me because I trade, and then we get a pawn. So they're going to take here, I presume. Maybe with the pawn, I don't know. They're going to take back. I take. I'm down a piece, okay? I'm down a piece. However, I'm up in exchange. I'm down a pawn. I go here. They temporarily trap my bishop. I have no idea what's happening. Take the pawn. It doesn't look like my bishop is actually trapped. So I believe that I could probably get away with this one. The other move is you just move your knight. You jump your knight somewhere. But this is really tempting me. So takes, I could even take with the queen, actually. I could even take with the queen and take that rook next move. Although then I don't know, do we have to worry about things like d5 happening? Guess you could also take with the pawn. You're down a piece temporarily, but you're winning a rook. f3 takes. Yeah, I don't know if they're able to trap my bishop, guys. I don't see it, so I think I'm going to go for this. I think I'm going to go for it. Now here's the question. Do we take right away? Do we take back? I really want to take back. I think taking back is smart. So takes with a queen. d5. I do have e5. I could push by. Don't know if I love that. This way, d5 doesn't really threaten anything anymore. No, I want my queen out here. The reason I want my queen out here is because I'm pretty sure white at some point is going to try to play f3 and trap my bishop, and I want my queen to be able to, like, do stuff. So I'm going to take with the queen. I'm going to just deal with this with e5, and I think we're okay. So yeah, I'm down a piece, but I'm about to get the rook. Okay, they push. Let's just go with e5, like I said. And once I get the rook, as long as my bishop doesn't get trapped, we're not going to be down material. Now, the question is, how hard is it going to be for me to get my bishop out of the corner, right? If it's a lot of work and effort, I could fall behind in development. They want to take here. They want to take there. I don't think we can allow that. That's super dangerous. So, probably d6. Check. We just slide over. Oh, is there f4? Wait, is there f4? Oh, I didn't see this one. f4 might, well, I don't know what's happening with f4. It's a new account? Yeah. I mean, I noticed it was relatively new. I didn't check the win rate or anything, so. We'll see. Whoa. Wow. So they played queen e2 to induce me to play d6, and now they play queen g4. Okay. So if I take the rook, I guess we lose because check, we go back, they go here, and they take my rook. Oh no, I could play knight d7. Wait, do I lose? Takes, check, queen d8, check, king e7, queen here. No, we don't lose, right? All right, maybe I'm missing something, but I have to basically take the rook. I thought I was losing my rook, but I guess I'm not because my queen can defend it. Okay, f3. F3 is played as expected. So they want a castle, maybe move the knight and then take the bishop. We can't let that happen. But we have some options. Let's see. H5 is one move that potentially comes to mind for trying to force the queen down here. Knight d7. What about bishop b5? Then we defend. I don't know if my bishop is getting out of there or not. That's what we have to be careful about. If they castle, though, there's queen f4. So, okay, yeah, queen f4 is a good one. So maybe we just... Yeah, I mean, what if I just do this? What's going to happen to me? What's the worst that could happen if I just defend? What's the worst that could happen? Even play rook d8, actually. Yeah, rook d8 looks even better. Let's go rook d8. Okay, so we defend there. And now we just have to figure out how to get our bishop out of here. That's it. Oh, he castles, so we can go check, right? Takes here. Oh, no, we can't do that. Ah. We can't do that. Wait, maybe we can. Hold on. Takes. Rook g8. Check. No, that's checkmate. That is checkmate, guys. Queen f4. Takes. Rook g8. Rook e1 is checkmate. Unreal. Because my knight is pinned. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. We can't do that. Wow. That is something else. Let me tell you what. Okay, I don't even know what to do. I'm going to play h5. I don't even know. Queen a4. Okay, does anything change because I played h5? Yes, because I can play rook h7. Nope, still checkmate. That is disgusting. That is a disgusting checkmate. Maybe we just try to run with the bishop? What if I even just take this? What happens if I take that? Rook f1 happens, then we could check. No. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this game. I really don't know what's going on. I think I want to move my bishop out, but I also would like to castle, but I can't castle. So I'd like to defend this. I'd like to force a queen trade, but I can't because the bishop comes down. I can throw in some checks. I don't know if that matters. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can play king up to get away from the pin, and then I'm threatening knight c5. That actually seems like what I'm going to do. Yeah. So what's my idea? We go knight c5, right? We get rid of this pressure on the knight. We do it with the tempo. Okay, he takes the pawn. Yeah, that actually is annoying, isn't it? Do I ignore it and try to get out of here? Or do I defend? Yeah, I don't think we should. I mean, if we lose this pawn, then we're basically going to start losing everything. So I hate to guard a pawn with the rook, but I feel like now's the time. Queen b7? What is that? What is queen b7? Queen b7? What are you doing? What is going on? This is the weirdest game that I've played in a long time. What does he want? I'm going knight c5. I don't know what he wants. I don't know what he wants. My idea is I'm going to take the pawn, and if he pins me, I have a defender now for my bishop. That's my idea. That's why I went g5. I just want to take it. If he takes, I take. If he goes there, I have g4. So, okay, what's going to happen? This is interesting because... Oh... I'm just missing all these moves. I'm just missing everything, guys. I am missing everything. Heck. Okay, what can we do? How do we survive is the question. We come here to defend the checkmate. We have to lose a knight, which is unfortunate. Okay, so I want to take this now. I think finally is the time. Why did he play queen b7? I don't know. Let's take this pawn. Okay, so g4. Hmm. Let's try to line up. Let's try to line up here. Looks like maybe we have some counterplay, although there's a4. a4. No, a4 we take this. Okay. Okay. Something is happening, finally. Maybe. My king can probably run over here or run over here. If we need to. I guess he could sack the queen, actually. He could sack the queen. But is he going to sack the queen? Are they going to sack the queen? Whoa, there's a move. Wow. This position is nuts. I'm not gonna lie. This is nuts. Maybe now I'm threatening to take the bishop. I don't know, because there's the rook. That's the problem. But we can somehow. I mean, I really just want to start pushing this pawn. Also, like that just seems like the best thing to do. All right, I'm gonna take it. I don't know. I don't know. Queen d3. I would like to play queen d3. He can force a trade. Doesn't want to trade. Okay. So I'm threatening checkmate. What is happening? Wish I had more than 4 seconds to figure it out. Oh, now he goes back. Oh, that's clever. Man. I feel like they were giving it away at the end, but I don't know. I didn't have enough time to figure it out. Wow. Wait, what was the rating? What was the average rating of this game again? You didn't start playing until 2020. You're 38 and you're 1600 rapid. How high can you get? Hmm. Probably at least 2000. I mean, it kind of depends how much time you're going to put into it and how often you play and how much you work at it. But I think at least 2,000. Above 2,000, it starts to get very difficult. The nice thing about online chess, though, you can play like a lot. So if you really want to, you can put in a bunch of time and probably make it happen. OTB, over the board tournaments, it's a lot harder. It's just a big time commitment. You have to travel to these tournaments, and so that would be much harder. So it is a mistake. Stockfish says don't trade here. Just leave this and then do what I did in the game. Okay, I don't know why I decided to trade first. But now I'm winning. This is good for me. This is good for me. E5, not the way. Queen H6. Very funky move. I don't know why you would play Queen H6 here. Yeah, I really don't know about that one, but okay. Wow, we were just... Everybody was messing up. H5 was the best move. Attack the queen over there. Oh, castling is the... For some reason, I just was afraid. I don't know why. I was just afraid to do this, but I guess the queen has no way to get there. And I have knight c5. Why didn't I castle? I thought I was going to be safe this way, honestly. I don't know. Maybe that one. Yeah, that was a big mistake. Okay, no, okay, not a big mistake. It's a small thing. Rook d8 was still pretty good. Okay. H5. So I played actually pretty nice here. So where did all the... Okay, G5 was a big mistake. Not seeing B4. Yeah, okay, of course. B4, not seeing that. If I just defend... Now when they play B4, I can just move my knight, and I'm doing fine. Yeah. Man. Let's just take a quick look. And this is funny because these openings are not bad at the lower levels, but at the top level, I am struggling. I don't really play these openings at this level, though. That's kind of the problem. I don't play these openings at this level. Look at that. Oof. Oof. Oh, I'm also kind of tired today, but 6 losses in a row. We've played 6 games and we've had 6 losses? Oh, no. No, 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 no. We're not ending this stream until we get a win. I'm just going to say that. We are not ending this stream until we get a win. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And I keep losing on time like every game. So let's just fix that problem. That's pretty much it. That's why we're losing. That's why we're losing. Dramatic Bishop 3 is trying to figure out what to do against the stone wall. Up all night? No, 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 no. We're going to win. I think we're going to win this game. I think we're going to win this game right here. Okay, we're not going to let him play e5. We take it away. We just take it away. Let's jump in. And do I want to launch the attack? Option 1, we bring the bishop around. Option 2, we bring the rook up and over. Option 3, we launch the pawn storm. Option 4, we bring the queen over. Option 5, we bring the knight. Let's bring the knight. I don't know. So many good options. This option 6 was knight c6, but I don't think it was that good. He goes bishop b7. All right, doesn't really bother me. Let's go with g4. We're gonna go checkmate this guy. We're going to go checkmate. Oh, he goes knight e4. Maybe I should have played queen f3 first. Oops. Yeah, queen f3. So queen f3 would have been a nice move to play to stop this. I'm tired. Anyway, that's all right. We'll just have to figure out a way to work around that knight now. We just have to figure out how to work around it. So I'm thinking we just maybe move the knight. Yeah, let's bring the knight over. I don't want to let the queen come in. I don't want to let black's queen come in. That's the first thing. And I still might consider rerouting the bishop over here, guys. You always want to consider this as an option. Like if you're not sure what to do and you have time, which usually you have time in the stone wall because the center is usually pretty locked up. This is an idea, right? So I think maybe now's a good time. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not worried about the knight taking it, of course, because he doesn't want to give up this knight for this bishop. But if I get the bishop there, then it's actually not a bad piece. Controls. Plays f6. Whoa. Okay, I mean, I guess I only have one move. I don't think I have too many options here. Just getting ready. Maybe I'll go there. Maybe I'll bring it over this way. Bishop d2, probably next move. Yes. For those asking, this is the stone wall. This is the opening I teach in Breaking 1500, although it's geared more towards beginner intermediate players. We don't really look at too much advanced stuff with it. I think it's actually a mistake to when you're a beginner. I don't think it makes sense to really learn openings in too much depth because you need to be focusing on other aspects more than the opening. Especially at lower levels, like nobody plays opening lines, so you're just gonna get random stuff every game anyway. Like it doesn't really make sense to spend all your time. Okay, obviously the biggest threat in the position is the queen coming here. We don't want that. Unless I move my king and then use it as some sort of a line to attack, which maybe, but more than likely it's going to cause me too many problems. So that leaves me with knight h4 as a way to defend. And my knight can jump in. Or f5 to block off the queen. Those are the only options I'm seeing, really. Oh, I guess queen g2, I said earlier. Queen g2, okay. So 3 options, 1, 2, 3. Queen g2 is what I would like to do, but I don't know if it works tactically. I don't see any tactics for black. Okay, let's try that one. So we defended this way. Of course, if they take, I can recapture. Same thing here. Still have that plan in the back of my mind. I haven't had time to do it yet, but maybe soon. Okay. Rook comes over. Yeah, I think now That was finally the moment. And if nothing else, I need to get the rook over, right? If all that I did was move this bishop just to get the rook over, it's still worth it because you can't play the whole game without your rook. So at what level does it make sense to start learning openings? I think 1600 is kind of around where I would start to focus more on openings. And as you go from 16, 17, 1800, you focus more and more on openings. And I think you're going to get a lot more value out of them for two reasons. Number one, like your opponents are going to be playing more mainline openings. So the opening lines that you study are going to come up more often. And then two, when you hit 1600, you're going to be able to more understand the opening better because you have a good grasp of tactics. You have a good grasp, hopefully, on a lot of major positional ideas. And then when you learn an opening, everything kind of makes sense to you more at that level. When you're like, 700 and you're trying to understand openings, it can be much more challenging. You're probably making tactical errors along the way, and there may be positional things that you haven't learned yet. So and it's not like a hard and fast rule, but I would say roughly around 1600 probably. I think that's around the time when I started like learning more deeply, and it was helpful. Okay, obviously we take back. Almost always we're going to take this way. I don't think anything changes here. Okay, I'm thinking we just go here to deal with that. There's also bishop f5. I'm going to go with this one. Bishop f4 looks like a nice tactic, but we had bishop h7, so I think we were okay. Oh, tactics, guys. I think I see a tactic. Look at this one. Look at this one. You guys see it, right? Check, and we pick up the rook. Pick up the rook. Okay, he does get a pawn, and the queen's annoying, but I think it's still worth it for us. Let's see if we can defend now. What's the best way to defend? Queen g3, probably? If I move my king, then the bishop's coming in. I don't love that, so let's go queen g3, queen e2, queen f2. Yeah, we might be seeing a 2 bishops against a rook and a knight endgame, which is really interesting, actually. It's really interesting. And black has an extra pawn, so it's 2 bishops and a pawn against a rook and a knight, which is I think we're about to see. Technically, the rook and the knight should probably be a little bit better, but the bishops are strong. So this is not necessarily an easy endgame. Now, I'm assuming the black takes. They don't have to take. They could keep the queens on the board, which is also interesting as well. But I think they will take this. I think they will because it gives them an opportunity to win this pawn. That's why I think they're going to take it. I guess if they go check, well, maybe they could still go check. I don't know what they're going to do. We'll see. Yeah, Hayden, I would say like a little bit of opening study goes a long way. So, rather than spend like 3 hours learning an opening, just spend like 10 minutes. Look at some of the main lines. that you're going to see a lot, and it's going to go a long way. Okay, so here we go. This is interesting, guys. Rook and knight against the two bishops. This is super interesting. We can't invade with the rook, which is really unfortunate because the king goes there. So what do we do? So I'm going to try to attack here with h4. My idea is h4 takes. And we win a pawn. Now, if black takes, then at least my rook should now have a bunch of files to potentially work with, and hopefully the rook can cause some problems. We can't leave it like this. With only one file to invade on, the king just easily stops us. So we can't leave it like that. That's what they're trying to do, play g4. Well, at least I'll have the passed h-pawn. This is tough. So we can go, no, we can't play knight h2 because of the bishop. Okay, so what do we have to do? Well, we don't have to move the knight just yet. We don't have to move the knight just yet because it's pinned. So h5 and route the knight here. Route the knight here. Try to run with my king. I think I'm going to try to get the knight to g6. We do have an advantage on time for once. For one time tonight. Let's see if we can make the most of that. So knight h4, knight g6 is what I want to do. I would... No, never mind. I was going to say I could try to attack this, but there's two problems. f5, and then also I just lose a piece. So we can't even consider that. So we're going here. We're going here. This doesn't really ever do anything because the king is just going to go to f7. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we go here. There's no skewer because the bishop's not supported, but we have to keep an eye. This is the problem when against two bishops, like there's no safe squares on the board. There's no safe squares on the board, right? Anywhere could be attacked by one of the bishops. That's why the bishop pair is so dangerous. When there's only one bishop, you just know like, okay, put all your pieces on the other squares and you're fine, right? Let's jump in. That's a no-brainer. And now this knight is really good. This knight is really, really good. So black's probably going to be thinking about this. I'm going to be thinking about this. Or this. Or this. I mean, we have a lot of threats that black has to deal with now. The fact that it's supported is amazing. Oh, they go there. Okay. Forgot about that. I do have a check, but where am I going? Where am I going? I'm going to try to hunt some pawns. I'm going to try to hunt some pawns. So a6, knight here, here. Oh, well, okay, I could attack it again. It goes here. Oh, he's giving it to me to try to push. Ooh. Can he get away with that, though? Wait a second. Oh, does he want to trap my knight? Oh, there's so much potential things. All right, well, I'm going to take the pawn. I'm going to take the pawn. What is he trying to do? He wants to go here and push this. So maybe I have to sack. So if I am going to sack, where would I want my knight to be? Probably here. probably going to have to sack, because if I don't sack, this is going to just crush me. These pawns are just going to crush me. I think. I could also take, and then we have the A and the H pawns, but the question is, can we stop 3 of them? Uh-oh, can we stop 3 of them? Maybe that's too much. Maybe I can't sack. Dude, what do we do? What do we do? Okay, well, we could go here. Hold on, 95. The knight can help. The knight can help. Here we go here. He pushes. Rook F1. What happens? F2. Then I have to sack it for that. No, that's... Guys, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Wait, what? Oh, man. Oh, what is happening? Okay, oh, I want to get the A pawn. I have the A pawn. So I need 3 moves. How many moves does he need to, like, checkmate me or something? And which moves is the question. He goes there. Oh, D4. He didn't play it. No. Why am I losing on time every game before I can figure out what to play? That's what I was afraid of happening, but I didn't know how to stop it from happening. Like I was envisioning that exact thing happening. But the question is, how do you stop it, right? Like, just because you know it's going to happen doesn't mean you know how to stop it. Dude. Man. Man, oh man. After this blunder too, we just had this beautiful tactic. Unfortunately, it wasn't totally winning. And like I said, it was tricky. Like 2 bishops will always put up a good fight against a knight and a rook. I think we did great here. I think we did great. Yes, we did. Look at that eval bar. We did great getting the knight to g6. He messes it up. I should have blockaded when I had the chance. I should have blockaded the pawns when I had the chance. That is what Stockfish is telling me. I got sidetracked over here. And now I'm losing. That being said, I think he messed it up later because I saw that chart. Whoa, look at that. The winning move is f3 here. The winning move is f3. And if I sack and try to push, he's going to win. Same kind of idea. But he didn't do it. He plays here. And now I'm winning. Somehow I'm winning. Even here I'm winning. Wow. All I had to see was sack the rook. Sack the rook for the bishop. And he has nothing because now this doesn't do anything. I just go here. And I don't know why. I was gonna do it at some point, and then I played rook f1 instead. I don't know why. I can't tell you. I cannot tell you why I played this move. Well, I can tell you why. I didn't want to get forked, but why didn't I sack it? I don't know. I literally was planning on sacking it, and then I just panicked, I guess. Dude. I told you guys, we're not ending this stream until I get a win. I'm going to win a game. I'm going to win a game. And we're going to win with the Owens defense. Actually, against this, oh yes, okay. Against this, Stonewall is actually a good setup. When they fianchetto, the Stonewall is a good setup. So we're going to play a Stonewall for black. You can do that. You can do that if you want. That's exactly what we're going to do. Castle. Bring the bishop. I could play a5 to slow them down. I also could just take this pawn. This is going to take the game into totally different territory, which I think I'm okay with. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, this is going to lead to some wild stuff now, I think. I think this is going to lead to some wild stuff. So let's think about this. If we trade, what happens? What happens? We might have a tactic here, guys, with e5. Oh, let's go for it. So what am I doing? Why am I just giving this up? Because I'm setting up bishop f5. You see that? I'm setting up bishop f5. Even if I lose this, it's okay. Bishop f5 is going to come. Oh, there's a check. Ay, 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 ay. Forgot about the check. Okay. Well, he still can't take my bishop because we get the rook. But I would have liked to not have to waste a move here. This is just being tired and missing little details, which is kind of a big deal in chess. That's what this is. Man, actually, he's got bishop g5. He's actually got bishop g5. So bishop g5. Do I have any way to save this position? Queen a5 takes. But for some reason, I feel like I'm going to lose because of this pawn. If I take, what's the situation? He's got two bishops for a rook. We saw what the two bishops could do against a rook and a knight, so I'm not loving my chances with only one rook. But takes. And we could try. Unlikely that we'll survive. Queen a5. Yeah, it's probably my best chance. Okay, sometimes you have to just make these decisions and hope that they work out. So he's going to take the bishop. Technically, I'm only down a pawn, but it's a really dangerous pawn. It's a really dangerous pawn. That's the problem, right? Now, if we can somehow sink my knight somewhere... If I win this game, you'll donate. All right. Sounds good. I'll win it. I'll win it for you. We've got him thinking for the first time in the game, so that's a good sign. It's always a good sign. You speak for everyone when you say you're not leaving till we get a win. All right. The good thing about breaking 1500 is it's not really an openings course. Like we teach some openings because I wanted it to be a complete course, but the focus is really on positional stuff in the middle game, tactics in the middle game, blunder checking, some end game stuff that you really need to know, like just thought process stuff. So even if you have your own openings, you know, you could skip that module that talks about the openings and play your own. It's totally fine. I don't know why this guy's thinking so much. I really thought this is like a no-brainer. Like, yeah, you take it, you let me do my little tactic, and you win the game. Like, you just have this amazing pawn. But maybe he's afraid. Okay, there we go. Maybe he's afraid he's gonna lose it, but I'm not really sure how I'm gonna win this pawn. I'm gonna try to get my knight. Okay, we can't get checkmated. So that's the first thing. Don't get checkmated. So probably I have to play something like knight a6 to get my rook. Can't go to d7. So I think that's an only move. Now, okay, again, it's a checkmate. So now what? h6, h5, queen d8. These are the moves. Queen d8, d7. We can put our knight on c7, and somehow we are fighting to survive. Do we have anything better? Queen f6. Queen f8 takes d7. And even if he just trades and plays a rook here, we're going to lose that every time. So, yeah, probably have to go queen here. This is what I was saying earlier. Like, it's not just one pawn. It's a very dangerous pawn. If this pawn was like over here or over here, we would have very good chances to try to defend. But this guy, this is... And then you pair that with the back rank mate problems. You pair that with my knight is awful over here. This is terrible. This bishop is amazing. Like, you put all these things together, it's a losing position. My only hope is that white can't figure out what to do. A couple moves down the road, the knight somehow gets into the game somewhere, some way. And then maybe we have a chance to come back and pull a rabbit out of the hat. as they say. What's he trying to do? Take this. Maybe now's my moment. Oh, he wants to go here. That's what he wants to do. Yeah, I mean, I have to try to get the knight into the game, so I'll play this. Rook e7, checkmate, so we probably have to go here or here to defend. Good news is the knight's defending temporarily. It could get kicked away, though, is the problem. But then maybe we somehow reroute or something. I don't know. We try to go on the offensive. I'm not sure. Oh, wait, his pawn's undefended now. I just noticed that. I could have actually taken it. No, I couldn't. I would have lost. Okay, so I didn't miss anything. But now... No, I still can't take it. Okay. Because rook e8... Wait, so if I take, he wants to go here. Wait, takes here. Queen d4 would defend my pawn, but then he has rook e8. And I lose. That's a good move. Okay, and knight takes. Again, rook here. Queen f8, he takes me, and I lose. The takes. Okay, so I guess I just lose. I guess I just lose, however you look at it. Is there any way to save the game, guys? Is there any even possibilities? What if I go here? Oh, maybe. Rook e8. Oh, he plays rook e8, though. Dude. I thought we could take, but no, it's still going to be losing. Let's think. We can play h6, so it's no longer a mate, but that doesn't really do anything. Rook takes, rook e7. The checkmate is the problem. We can play down a piece. That's not really very hopeful. Okay, I mean, what else can I do? What else can I do? Takes. I don't see anything, my friends. Check and mate. Okay. Started chess a little over 2 months ago. Help with Alzheimer's, early stages. Chess has made a difference. That's awesome, Brian. You know what? I've heard that, actually. I've heard that. And I don't think hardly anybody has ever even tried that. Like that's great to hear that. I wonder how many people who've actually tried that have noticed improvement. That's awesome. Yeah, so what we're going to do is go here and play the game down a piece and hope for a miracle, because that's all I can do at this point. There was no way to really stop this from happening. Queen takes was working? No, queen takes was not working. The reason queen takes was not working was because rook e7 hits my queen and threatens checkmate. So I have to go queen d4 and then rook e8 checkmate, back rank checkmate. That's why. That's why. This position is so bad. I mean, this is so bad. I don't even... I mean, I'll just move back and forth until they win, I guess. At some point, we're going to have to get the rook into the game if we want any chances. I'm just trying to wait for the right moment. Here, if the king leaves, maybe now, or the bishop leaves, but there's a check. Mm-hmm. Now we'll just try this, and if not, we can resign. Okay, hold on. Can we do anything? No. Fortunately not. Any stalemate tricks? Nope, too many pawns for that. All right. Nope. I'll show you guys quickly. Oh, they played 94? All right. Well, it's hard to win when your opponent plays like that. Hard to win. Although I did miss the tactic, still, like... So if we take with the queen, there's rook e7. I have to stop checkmate, so I have to play queen d4, and then this is checkmate. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to play a different opening just so that I can get a win, but actually maybe not. I was going to play this. No, we're going to see another stonewall. We're going to see another stonewall. We're going to win a game before we end this stream. Yes, stonewall. Oh, he takes it, which is usually good for us. Let's out the bishop right away. Let's go here. Support. Bishop's going to d6. Castle. Yeah, I mean, I think usually if they take, I'm pretty happy because now the bishop is actually not so bad. And if we do this, we can attack over here as well. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Brian. I hope that it continues to help and keep seeing improvement. Okay, let's jump in. This is a kind of a target, so we'll jump in. If they take, I'm happy to recapture and open up my bishop. So I don't think they're going to take this. I think they're going to go bishop b2. Maybe we just go here because I'm thinking once we get this knight here, we just take and then we jump in with the other knight. Okay, we'll just get ready to recapture. Takes. Again, I actually will probably take with the pawn to open up the bishop. So I don't know if they're going to take this, but it's kind of an annoying knight. They play f3. Ooh. Oh. Can we do it? Can we go out in style? Can we go out with a bang here, guys? I've seen enough. I've been doing it. I've seen enough. Let's go. The reason I've seen enough is this is a really common pattern when the king is kind of stuck, where they have pieces blocking them on the light squares. You have the bishop controlling the dark squares. The queen is ready to come in and deliver the checkmate, and this is not available for the knight. Like, all these combinations make it really bad for white. Now, they could play f4 and knight f3, but then they open up for my knight, which is also bad for them. So definitely worth sacking a knight for 2 pawns, and I think we might be on our way to victory this game, guys. I'm feeling like we got it. Just have to figure out how do we get the queen over there as fast as possible and deliver the checkmate. That's it. How do we do that? I'd love to play f4, actually. You know why? Because if we play f4, we permanently cement this guy in. So white's probably going to play f4. But f4 is an ugly move because then my knight comes in. And it's, I mean, yes, you get knight f3, but there's also a fork. So I don't know. They probably have to play f4, but they don't really want to play f4. If they don't, maybe I'll play f4. Maybe I'll just sack a knight and go checkmate. No, they do play f4. Right. Right. Okay, well, we probably have to go here. Seems like the only natural move to let the queen in. I assume they're going to go knight f3 and sack some pieces. We might, okay, hold on. We might have some interesting moves. For example, queen e8. So knight f3 to stop my queen. So we say, okay, I'll go queen e8 and come in this way. And at the same time, I'm threatening here. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Oh. What? Oh, they want to go knight f1. Oh, and they don't want to get forked. No, but this doesn't, you can't play knight f1 because I have bishop f2. Can't play knight f1. So what are you going to play? Wait, what are they going to do? I don't see it. I don't think that was a good move. I don't think that was a good move because they have too many problems now. They have way too many problems. I don't think white's surviving this. I don't see how they're going to survive this. I just don't see it. There might be some tricky moves. I mean, they could think about sacking, I guess. They could think about sacking. Followed by what? Let's see, knight f1. We have check, and then we get queen f4. Oh, there's a knight on f1. Yeah, maybe there's no checkmate. Although I do have the rook. If I bring the rook over, then maybe we have it. So I don't. The problem for white guys is like the pieces are just like this knight is just stuck. You can't come into the game. Okay, so they choose knight f1. Okay, I thought this was just over. What am I missing? What am I missing? Okay, guys, explain to me. Explain to me how white is going to stop this plan. I don't think they can. I don't think they can stop this. The old rook lift. The old rook lift for the win. I forgot what it feels like to win a game of chess. I did. I forgot. But it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. Yes, sir. I bet they resign. I bet they resign right here. Nope. Queen d3. Okay, I didn't think about that. So they want to go bishop h3? Wow, we have all kinds of interesting things here, guys, but okay, so hold on. What's going on? Check bishop h3. I could take this pawn and threaten knight f2. Looks quite good. The other thing I could do is play the slow game where I just bring my bishop and then I try to bring the other rook. I don't know if I have time for that or even here. Am I missing just like a win though? Hold up. Am I just missing like... something else? So if I'm going to take this, is it better for me to throw in the check first or to take it first? So if we take, we're threatening here. If the king moves, yeah, I'd rather have... I think I'd rather have the rook there. So let's play rook there. He's going to play bishop h3. Okay. I also have queen h4, actually. Queen f4, queen h4, bishop move. I mean, this looks really good because knight f2 is really strong, right? This is a triple fork, so even if you save the queen, I'm still going to get a fork and win the bishop. I don't see how they're stopping that. I also got a pawn, which now means I can push this and open up this. Like, everything about this looks good, so yeah, this has got to be the way. It's got to be the way. Okay, so they try to run. So option number one, we force them to just go back. And we got the pawn for free. Option number two is we go with the fork like I had said. Interesting. Might even be able to consider queen g5. Wow. There's so many things here. Okay, hold up. If we take, then we have a fork. They have to take with the queen. Check, the king moves though. It's not checkmate. check. And then back to h4. Yeah, this one is interesting. I might try f4. I feel like the bishop is just what I need to put this game away. I feel like the bishop's going to do it. Let's go. Let's go. We got the rook, we got the bishop, we got the knight, we got the queen. We got every piece, even the pawn. Look at this. I've got one of everything. This guy's pinned. This knight is stuck because it's checkmate. The queen is stuck because you're guarding this guy. Can't move anywhere because my pawn is beast. If you go there, I just take it and take here. I think that's what I do. Or maybe I sack. Maybe I sack and move my knight and unleash. I mean, I don't know. Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. Oh, I'm also threatening maybe knight e3 actually to block off the queen now that the pawn is supporting. Yeah, this was a good move. This was a strong move, I think. Don't forget, guys, Breaking 1500 is on sale. We do these sales like twice a year, so it's pretty rare. If you're thinking about joining, now would be the time. Knight to... Oh, do you guys see the problem with that? You guys should be able to see this one. What's the problem with that? Problem is that the bishop is not defending the knight because it's pinned. And this is now blocked off. So we can just take this guy. Yes. Now I can go to sleep. Yes. 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 Oh, man. Oh. With the 97 accuracy to finish off the night, 2700 performance rating. That's a good game to end on. Yes. Let's go. It just goes to show, like, when you get to play a game that's in your style that you're familiar with, how much easier it is to find the right moves. So we played the Stonewall. And then this. I just knew that it was dangerous. Now, Stockfish says knight takes c3 and f4 was a little bit better. And then h5 and just attack this way. Yeah, Stockfish didn't even want to sack a piece. It just wanted to do this. But it also lists knight takes g3 as a very solid second choice. Very solid second choice. Knight g4. Queen h4. Bishop f2. We're totally winning now. Rook f6. Yeah, I played the right moves. So I played the exact right moves. Cool. So the only thing that it didn't like was maybe some of those opening moves, and then it would have taken on c3 instead of g3. Apparently white had some crazy way to defend, but I don't know what it was. It was not f4. It was e4. It was e4. That's what white had to play. And apparently they can survive a little bit longer, but still it's good for me. GG's. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Emmanuel, hey, welcome. Morbid, hey, thank you. Appreciate you guys. I hope you learned something. Go check out Breaking 1500 if you want. It was fun. I mean, losing isn't as much fun as winning, but we had some interesting games. We had some good chances. I hope you learned something. That's the point. That's why I do these streams, not just to win. And yeah, see you guys next time. I'm going to go crash. I'm tired. It's bedtime for me. It was bedtime like an hour ago. Probably why I was playing so bad. But hey, you know what? 97. I'm happy. I'm happy with this checkmate. Yes, Brian, I would say the course would help. Yeah, it's definitely beginner friendly, even if you're not near 1500. It's a slow enough pace that I think you could definitely follow along. Like there are some things that might be a little bit more challenging, but you'll definitely get something out of it. Absolutely. Move 20? You want to move 93? What? I don't understand. What's happening if they just take it? Is 93 even a good move? No, 93 is not a good move, guys. It's Queen deck takes F4 is the move. Why are we giving up our knight for? Then we have to take. And I mean, yes, it's a winning endgame, but this is not what we want to do. When we have this position, you don't want to go into an endgame like that. 93. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's a brilliant move, but it's not really a great move. It's also cleanly winning. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is not going to be an easy endgame to win. I mean, yes, we're okay. We're up the exchange, but I don't know. No, I wouldn't want to play this. Not compared to this position. Like this is so much better, right? Just take the pawn and put the bishop in. All right, guys. I will see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Stay sharp. Play smart. Take care.